Last week here on SmashDown, the final round came down to Bounty Hunter taking on the Felon in what was a shootout to the finish line. Ford Chevrolet, two MTA veterans throwing it down, but Tim Cantwell, the brand new Bounty Hunter, captured its first SmashDown championship. He's trying to hang on to that flag here tonight in week 4 of the May season. Welcome MTA fans to week 4 of the May season right here on SmashDown. If you're new here, be sure to crush that subscribe button, turn on all notifications because 16 of the best are going to throw it down here tonight. Week 4 of the May season starts now. Tim Cantwell and the brand new Bounty Hunter is your current SmashDown champion. His team and that truck are looking to hang on to that flag here tonight, but 15 other MTA superstars are chomping to his back door, trying to strip away the flag as well as the overall point standings for the May season so they can punch their ticket into the June season of SmashDown. But Bounty Hunter is dialed in here tonight. He looked so earlier tonight in qualifying. Let's go ahead and take a look at round 1 matchups and how it all shakes down. It looks like USA 1's going to take on Blue Thunder. Then El Matador is going to take on U.F.O. King Crunch is going to take on Busted Loose. And then Jurassic Attack will take on the Monster Patrol. Over here on the other side of the bracket, Goldberg will take on Brutus. And then Midnight Rider gets first crack at the champion in Bounty Hunter. Up first here tonight at the line, Charlie Stevens returns. The Built for Tough Blue Thunder coming to the line. He is now ready to take on Jalen Buford, the USA 1 Chevrolet based out of St. Cloud, Minnesota. Jalen has had a rough season all May long. He's trying to turn it around here tonight with USA 1. Charlie Stevens is trying to get the Blue Thunder team back at the top of the mountain. Ford versus Chevrolet, week 4 of the May season. USA 1 and Blue Thunder off the line. They go Blue Thunder with a slight lead. USA 1 trying to shut it down, but Blue Thunder looks like he caught the win at the shutdown area. Ladies and gentlemen, what a race. Jalen Buford showing Blue Thunder a little love down there in the shutdown area. Here's a look at our MTA photo finish. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Blue Thunder. Charlie Stevens just edged out the USA 1 Chevrolet, kicking off round 1 action. A great race nonetheless, but now up at the line, we've got the return of Preston Perez, El Matador, the Chevrolet based out of Texas. He is now ready to take on the old-time veteran, James Vaillancourt, U.F.O. Ford out of Cinemissa, New Jersey, ready to rock and roll on the inside lane. A Ford versus Chevrolet shootout. The track laid out. A lot of concrete exposed. These drivers got some adapting to do. Who's going to take it on to round 2? El Matador against U.F.O. Green light goes down now. U.F.O. with a hole shot. El Matador trying to make up the ground. Now U.F.O. in trouble. Vaillancourt sticks it on the tailgate in the shutdown area. What a piece of driving by the old-time veteran. A great run nonetheless by both drivers. Let's go back down now and check out our SmashDown replay. Off the line, U.F.O. cut a great light, had about a 3/4 truck length lead over El Matador. Watch right here as they go up and over the first jump into the first stack of cars. Preston Perez, El Matador sticks it on the tailgate. James Vaillancourt trying to shut it down, rolls the truck end over end and sets it on the tailgate. Their crew should have him back for round 2 competition nonetheless. U.F.O. moving right along. Next up in round 1, Devin Treat picked up his first SmashDown championship just a couple of weeks ago. He is back now, the Bustin' Loose Chevrolet out of Conroe, Texas. He is now ready to take on Eric Latiki, the King Crunch Chevrolet, based out of Spring, Texas. So a Lone Star State shootout here tonight in round 1 competition. Devin Treat busting loose, trying to go to round 2. Eric Latiki trying to turn around his May season. Green light goes down, busting loose with a whole shot. King Crunch coming back on him now and turns it over in the shutdown area. Eric Latiki gets the win over the Bustin' Loose Chevrolet, but not without a high cost. King Crunch over on its side. Hopefully they'll get him back for round 2 competition. Next up here tonight in round 1, out of St. Cloud, Minnesota, returns Brian Prazak, the Monster Patrol Chevrolet, another protege trying to turn his May season around. Caden Wilson, Jurassic Attack, he's trying to get on top here tonight and take out the Monster Patrol. We're about to find out because both these drivers need as many points as possible to end the May season on a strong note. Who's it going to be? Monster Patrol, Jurassic Attack, both drivers are looking for green. Down the straight stretch now they go. Monster Patrol with a whole shot. Jurassic Attack all out of shape and over he goes. And problems for Monster Patrol as well. Brian Prazak got a little off track there, but as long as 2 tires touched the ramp. He is an illegal pass here tonight. Lost the wing of the Monster Patrol as you see it on the side of the track. What a ride for Caden Wilson and Jurassic Attack, as Monster Patrol did get the whole shot like we called. Caden Wilson and Jurassic Attack trying to gather it all up. Watch right here as they go up and over no man's land. Monster Patrol out of shape. The wing goes flying. He does indeed catch 2 tires on the racing lane jump. Jurassic Attack upside down. So Monster Patrol will return for round 2 competition. Next up here tonight is the return of Joseph Nelson. The brand new Destroyer Ford has been taking 2023 by storm. He will now take on Javon Woodrow. This guy has got a lot of potential. He's got Raising Cane dialed in here tonight. He made his debut on the SmashDown kickoff in the March season. He is now ready to go on the inside lane. He knows Joseph Nelson, who's won out here on SmashDown before, wants it again. Ford Oval shootout. The green light goes down. Destroyer well with a whole shot. Raising Cane coming back on him down slow. What a race, and they make contact in the shutdown area. Destroyer and Joseph Nelson backing away from him. They got into trouble there in the shutdown area. Nonetheless, the trucks don't look like they were hurt too bad. But Javon Woodrow, Raising Cane, your round 1 winner over Joseph Nelson and Destroyer. A close shootout and a great race. Next up here tonight in round 1 is the return of last week's finalist, Mike Lanford, the Felon Chevrolet, coming to the line. Former one-time Thunder champion. Mike Lanford, who made his debut on the first ever episode of Thursday Night Thunder, now finds himself trying to close out the May season here tonight on SmashDown. Wyatt Anderson, he's had a tough May season as well. Flash fire, not running up to snuff. What's he got for the Chevrolet on the inside lane? Both drivers stage. Here's the green light now, and off the line they go. They're getting even down to the first jump, up and over no man's land, and Lanford with the cleanest pass of the night. The Felon looking strong. He's trying to shoot for redemption and get that truck back to the finals. Well, the night in round 1, he just put Wyatt Anderson in flash fire on the trailer early here tonight. The Felon will advance on in a round 2 competition. Next up here tonight, former 3-time Thursday Night Thunder champion Greg Durbin returns in Brutus. He is now ready to take on new kid on the block, Adam Lamprick out of Paxton, Illinois. Goldberg now ready to go. He has been taking the May season by storm. Goldberg, a top threat out here all SmashDown season long. He's trying to get to the finals here tonight, but he's got to go through the wily old veteran Greg Durbin and Brutus over there in that far lane. Stage now looking for green. Off the line now they go. Brutus hanging right there with Goldberg to the first jump over the cars, and it's close. What a great race by the rookie and the veteran. Brutus hung right there with Goldberg after having a so-so season so far. I'm not sure who got the win from up here in the booth. We're going back down now to our MTA photo finish. Your winner is going to be Greg Durbin and Brutus. He breaks the line first over the Goldberg. He'll advance on into round 2. But now as we close out round 1 action, Justin Lamb, Midnight Rider. We saw him get the big win out here a couple of weeks ago. Midnight Rider ready to go. He is now ready to take on the Cowboy from Hell, Tim Cantwell, and Bounty Hunter, your current reigning and defending SmashDown champion at Tonganoxie, Kansas. The Bounty Hunter Ford, the brand new truck, looked great last week. He came close a couple of weeks ago, lost out. He's back in action now. He's taking on Justin Lamb, Midnight Rider. The green light goes down. Bounty Hunter with a whole shot. Midnight Rider trying to close the gap. It's not going to be enough. And Tim Cantwell takes the SmashDown championship flag in the round 2 competition. Justin Lamb, Midnight Rider, not to cut him any slack here. He was right there with the Bounty Hunter, but on the trailer early tonight, Cantwell will move on in the round 2 competition. But ladies and gentlemen, if you like this great racing, be sure to check us out on Thursday Night Thunder, because we're taking you back to what happened last week on Thunder. It came down to the Carolina Crusher taking on an Escalade. Chase Lack got the whole shot on Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade, held it all the way down to the finish line. Watch Carolina Crusher fly high, but a bad bounce for an Escalade there in no man's land, costing him the win going end over end. Chase Lack defending the flag this Thursday night on Thunder in Carolina Crusher. But now we're back on SmashDown in week 4 of the May season, checking out how round 2 is going to shake down. And Blue Thunder takes on U.F.O. King Crunch will take on the Monster Patrol. On the other side of the bracket, Raising Cane will take on the Felon, and Greg Durbin and Brutus takes on the defending champion Tim Cantwell and Bounty Hunter, who just knocked off the Midnight Rider earlier tonight in round 1. Up first at the line, it's pretty much a heavyweight showdown between 2 Ford Ovals. Charlie Stevens, the built Ford Tough Blue Thunder, he is always a top contender out here. He now draws up against old Cool Hand Luke, the veteran himself, James Valancourt, the U.F.O. Ford out of Cinnaminson, New Jersey, another driver who made his debut 3 years ago on the debut episode of Thursday Night Thunder, Driving Predator. He's found a home with U.F.O. Who's taking the win here tonight? Green light goes down now and off the line. Blue Thunder with a slight lead. U.F.O. trying to close out the gap, and Blue Thunder Charlie Stevens puts the veteran on the trailer, and U.F.O's going home. The Built for Tough Blue Thunder will advance on in the semifinal competition. Next up here tonight in round 2 competition, the return of Brian Prazak and Monster Patrol, who had a pretty skeptical run early tonight in round 1, lost the wing. He now finds himself against Eric Latigi, the King Crunch Chevrolet out of Spring, Texas, trying to turn his May season around. Both these drivers are, a matter of fact, they're trying to get as many points as possible. Brian Prazak, been out here a long time. Monster Patrol, ready to go on the far lane. King Crunch, ready to go on the inside lane. Battle of the bow tie here tonight in round 2. Green light goes down now, and they're off the line with a pretty much even start. Up and over, no way, Red Monster Patrol in trouble. Brian Prazak rolls the truck over. Almost identical run from early tonight in round 1. Got off to the right-hand side of that car stack, and this time it costed him. Eric Latigi, the King Crunch Chevrolet, will advance on in the semis. Let's go back down now and check out our MTA replay. Right there off the start, both drivers cut a great light. They're pretty much even now, all the way down that straight stretch. Problems for Monster Patrol right here off the first jump. It kicks him to the far side of the track as he tries to gather it up. King Crunch makes a smooth pass, getting the win. Brian Prazak and Monster Patrol rolling the truck over, and he's trying to get as much out of that old truck as he can because the 30th anniversary Monster Patrol is coming soon. So he's got one more week in that truck. Hopefully he doesn't tear it up too bad. Now the MTA track crew and officials trying to roll him back over now. The damage done. Broke off the left front knuckle and spindle of that Monster Patrol machine. We'll have an update later tonight in the pit area for Brian Prazak and Monster Patrol, turning the fans on here tonight on SmashDown. But now we move right along with round 2 action. Javon Woodrow, again, we touched on him earlier. He was ready to go in round 1. Now finds himself to take on Mike Lanford, who made it to the finals last week. He's trying to get the Felon Chevrolet back on top in the final round. Javon Woodrow and Raising Cane, a top contender on the SmashDown circuit. He's looking to knock off the old-time veteran out of that far lane. Ford versus Chevrolet. Felon taking on Raising Cane. Green light goes down now, and the Felon with a whole shot. Raising Cane trying to come back. Now he might do it. Javon Woodrow, man, closed in the gap, going across the finish line, but Lanford held out the race all the way down to the wire. We're not sure who got the racing win. We'll go back to our MTA photo finish and take out this look right here, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner is going to be Javon Woodrow and Raising Cane by inches over Mike Lanford in the Felon. But now it's time to defend the championship flag one more time. Tim Cantwell and the Bounty Hunter out of Tonganoxie, Kansas, the brand new truck, only 3 weeks old. He claimed his first SmashDown championship. Now finds himself against Greg Durbin, a former 3-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. Brutus ready to go in the far lane. He's trying to knock off the champion early tonight in round 2 competition. Who's it going to be moving on to semis? Both trucks are staged. Green light goes down. Brutus with a whole shot. Bounty Hunter closing the gap over the last of the car. Tim Cantwell pulls it out here tonight in round 2 competition over Greg Durbin and Brutus. He put up a tough fight, but not enough for the Ford horsepower and the Bounty Hunter on the inside lane. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Head on down to the MTA garage in the pit area where Brian Prazak and that crew are thrashing on Monster Patrol. They got to get one more week out of that truck and hopefully try and turn this May season around. They're repairing that left front spindle on that truck after that hard rollover early tonight in round 2. The crew's going to have him back in no time. They say they'll be ready for week 5 of the May season. Hopefully they're back better than ever next week here on SmashDown. But now we started with 16 trucks. We're now down to 4. Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder will take on Eric Latigi and King Crunch on the other side of the bracket. Javon Woodrow, Raising Cane, takes on the champion, Tim Cantwell and the Bounty Hunter. Up first here tonight in semifinals, the return of Charlie Stevens and the Built for Tough Blue Thunder. Always a stellar truck out here on this circuit. He's ready now to take on the Chevrolet out of Spring, Texas. Eric Latigi trying to turn his May season around. Made it to semifinals last week, trying to get to the final round this week. He's got a tall task, taking on the Blue Thunder Ford. Both trucks stage, green light goes down now, and they're off to a good start. Slightly to King Crunch now over the car, and Blue Thunder coming back. What a great race it was. Not sure who got the win from up here in the booth, but Eric Latigi starting to turn this season around. King Crunch is looking strong, ladies and gentlemen. Charlie Stevens had his hands full as we go back down to our MTA photo finish. Your winner is going to be Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder taking out the King Crunch Chevrolet. So Blue Thunder will be in the finals this week. Who is he going to meet there? Will it be Javon Woodrow and Raising Cane, who's been top-notch all season long, now ready to take on the defending SmashDown champion, the Cowboy from Hell, Tim Cantwell and the Bounty Hunter, now staged on the far lane, the Ford Expedition, and Ataganaxi Candace trying to hang on to that flag for just one more race and make it to the finals. Who's it going to be? Both trucks are staged. Green light goes down. Who's going to meet up with Blue Thunder in the finals? Raising Cane with an early lead over the car now. Javon Woodrow dethrones the champion here tonight in semi-final competition. Cantwell had problems over there on the outside lane, and the new kid on the block takes out the champion here tonight and punches his ticket right to the final round, which is what we all come to see. Javon Woodrow and Raising Cane taking on Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder. The SmashDown Championship flag on the line. Javon Woodrow, Raising Cane, has made his debut since the March season of SmashDown. He's trying to get a big win out here tonight. Charlie Stevens, the built for tough Blue Thunder. He's tasted victory out here on SmashDown before. He wants it again. Both trucks are now ready to go. Who is the champion going to be closing out week 4 of the May season? Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Thunder takes on Raising Cane. It's showtime here tonight on SmashDown. Down the straight back, Raising Cane with an early lead. Blue Thunder coming back out of his loss. Contact in the shutdown area. What a great race it was. Raising Cane got into Blue Thunder, spinning him around. A great piece of driving by both drivers. Unbelievable race nonetheless. It's too close to call as we go back down now to our MTA replay. Off the line, Javon Woodrow and Raising Cane pulls an early lead on the built for tough Blue Thunder. Watch as they come over the last set of cars here, folks. Blue Thunder starting to close the gap to the finish line right there. Raising Cane gets the win by inches, and that is a tough call nonetheless, but Javon Woodrow did have a nose out on Blue Thunder. He will get the SmashDown win here tonight over Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me in congratulating Javon Woodrow and Raising Cane on your first SmashDown championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look at the overall point standings closing out week 4 of the May season, in the lower half of the bracket, El Matador, Monster Patrol, Brutus, and Jurassic Attack rounding out the lower half in week 4 with 125 and 120 points to their own right. Over here on the top half of the bracket with tonight's big win, Javon Woodrow and Raising Cane advances up to 5th place with 155 points. However, Tim Cantwell and Bounty Hunter still your overall points leader with 190. Rounding out your top 3, Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder only 10 points behind with 180. And your top 3rd position, Devin Treat and Bustin' Loose with 165 points. So there's one more week to go in the May season right here on SmashDown. The top 3 contenders are going to be shooting it out all next week. Thank you guys for coming out and watching. Be sure if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.
If I bleed tonight, if I